Hello and welcome to another edition of Conspirator Brock's Pull List. This is my pull list for the week of September 14th, 2016. Big week this week, so let's get right into it. First up, we have Action Comics, number 963. We start the Superman meets Clark Kent story arc. So yeah, we'll see how this one goes. Action Comics has been really good since Rebirth launched, and if you haven't been able to check it out, I would highly recommend checking out that Doomsday Lex Luthor story. And Superman, all that stuff going on. So good stuff. Next up, we have a big book this week, and that's All-Star Batman number 2. I enjoyed the first issue, despite it being Romita Jr.'s artwork. The inker on the book has made this book very more pleasant to look at than it would normally be. But I really enjoyed. I'm really enjoying Scott Snyder's little road trip story that he's putting Batman on. So yeah, if you haven't grabbed a copy of All Star Batman number 1, you should try and track one down. It's good stuff. Next up, we have DC Comics Bombshells number 17. This collects digital chapters 49, 50, and 51. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I'm enjoying it for the most part. It's a nice Elseworlds kind of thing. Sometimes the stories are good, sometimes they're a little choppy, but overall, it's cool to see the Bombshell characters in action. Next up, we have Deathstroke number 2. Rebirth and the first issue were pretty good, so I'm going to keep going with it and see how far it takes me. I've given a couple of the last 2 iterations of Deathstroke. I enjoyed most of it. The last one was okay overall. The New 52 one was started out really good, but then it kind of just fell apart. But this one has started out really strong, and I'm enjoying it. Next up, we have Detective Comics number 940. This apparently is the big issue. Something happens in this issue that you'll probably want to check out. So you should snag up a copy. And if you haven't been reading Detective Comics, yeah, I have no idea what's wrong with you. It's good stuff. Batwoman, Batman puts the team of characters together, and it's Batwoman, Clayface, Styx, spoiler, one of the Robins, and who am I forgetting? That's pretty much it. So yeah, check it out. It's good stuff. Next up is one for my kids. It's Disney Pixar's Finding Dory number 3. The kids really enjoy reading Finding Dory before bed because they're nice little, like, small comic stories, and there's a few of them in each issue. So yeah, so I picked that up for the kiddos. Next up is the first DC's Young Animal title, Doom Patrol. Yeah, I'm curious to see how it goes. If you get this cover, which is the main cover, this burrito apparently peels off and there's something underneath it. I don't know. I'm not going to peel that off. So we'll see. If you'll probably find it on the internet at some point of what was underneath the burrito. Or the pita, or whatever the hell that thing is. We'll see. I'm going to check out Doom Patrol, see how the Young Animal publishing line does overall. I'm curious whether I have to call it DC's Young Animal or just Young Animal. So we'll see. Next up, we have Earth 2 Society in number 16. I thought this looks like it's the last issue, but from what I've heard on the grapevine, there's one more, so I'm not sure. But Earth 2 Society's been okay. Not as good as the first Earth 2 stuff that came out of the New 52, but it is enjoyable enough to see an alternate universe in DC. Next up, we have Faith number 3 from Valiant. The first mini was good. I've enjoyed issue 1, 2. I don't know why it really needed a renumber, but gotta renumber everything. So, but Faith is really good. I really enjoy it. Next up is Nick Spencer's The Fix, issue 5. I think this was going to drop down to my read list at some point, but I don't know, I picked it up, so we'll see if I keep going with it. But Nick Spencer does an overall okay job on the book. I'm just not sure if it's really, like, it feels like there's something missing from the title. So next up, we have Flash number 6. Call him Death, call him Godspeed. The Flash book's been really great. I'm curious to see who this Godspeed character is, and what he does to whoop Flash's ass. Yep, I said whoop Flash's ass. Now, Flash is really good. You should check it out. Next up is Green Lanterns number 6. Overall, the book has been okay. Humphries has done an okay job giving us Boz and Jessica Cruz as the Lanterns of Sector 2814. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, overall, it's okay. Next up is Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps number 4. Sinestro's all taking a ring off of, looks like somebody's Green Lantern finger, probably Hal's. We'll see. It's good stuff. Been really enjoying it. Van Sciver's art is amazing, and it fits Green Lantern perfectly. So yeah, if you have not checked out Hal Lantern and the Green Lantern Corps, you might want to give it a try. Next up is Red Hood and the Outlaws number 2. Looks like we get Artemis in here now, so we'll see what happens there. The book is teetering on me keeping it or me putting it to the read list. So yeah. Next up is Scooby Apocalypse number 5. Been enjoying the Scooby Apocalypse stuff, so I'm going to keep going with that one. Just really fun stuff, kind of different take on the Scooby-Doo characters, but overall it kind of still keeps the essence of the characters, which I like. Next up is the title I'm looking forward to this week, and that's Suicide Squad number 2 with an awesome Jim Lee cover and awesome Jim Lee art. So I'm going to check that one out. Hopefully it is as good as the first one. Yeah, Suicide Squad I'm just super stoked for. Next up we have Superwoman number 2. Curious to see where this goes. The first issue was okay. It wowed me enough to keep me interested. So yeah. Alright, next up we have Wonder Woman number 6. Looks like we're going back to the past for a story this issue. So we're going to see what kind of the year 1 kind of stuff is for Wonder Woman. The issues go back and forth between present day and the past. So currently we are on a past story. I actually finished reading Wonder Woman by Greg Rucka, Volume 1 today. Really good stuff. I really enjoyed that, and it really stands up even after all these years. So if you haven't had a chance to check out Wonder Woman's Greg Rucka, you should grab that trade paperback. And finally on the pull list, we have Wrath of the Eternal Warrior number 11. Robert Venditti has done a really great job with Eternal Warrior. I don't know. I think we're starting a new story arc in this one, so I'm curious to see where it goes. Alright, now we get to move on to the wonderful pile of variants out this week. There are a bunch of variants for Doom Patrol, but I didn't pick any up. I only got the main cover, so be on the lookout for those. But Action Comics had its variant cover, Gary Frank variant cover there. It's awesome. All-Star Batman had a handful of alternative covers, so I snagged a couple of those. I did not pick up the John Romita Jr. variant cover because I'm not a big fan of that, but I picked up the ones I thought were cool. This weekend is going to be Batman Day, so be on the lookout for your local comic book shop if they're having something, and you can grab a free copy of Batman number 1 from the Rebirth stuff. This is just a reprint of number 1, but it's got a cover where it looks like Batman's crotch is extraordinarily pronounced. So get down to your local shop for Batman Day. We're not participating in anything this year. I don't know if they released very much stuff or what, but we just decided not to. But your shop might be participating. If they are, there might be some goodies that you can pick up or some other stuff. So yeah, if you go and your store hasn't, let me know in the comments. Next up we have Shane Davis's variant cover for Deathstroke number 2. Pretty awesome art right there. Detective Comics, of course, had its variant cover, which I had to pick up. Flash had the Johnson doing some good old Flash ass whooping. Green Lanterns, of course, had a variant cover, so I grabbed that one up. And then we actually finally got in our Batman v Superman variant cover by Jim Lee for Justice League of America number 9. So I finally get to say, hey, I finally got that book that's been delayed for God knows how long. Next up is Red Hood and the Outlaws number 2, the variant cover on that one. Of course, Scooby Apocalypse number 5 had a variant cover, so you can check that one out. Of course, lovely Suicide Squad had an awesome variant cover there. Superwoman number 2, another variant. Oh my gosh, do the variants ever end? Yes, they do, right here. This is the last one. And we got Frank Cho's Wonder Woman number 6. Very, very detailed, very nice variant cover there. So, yeah, that's it for the variant cover section. Jesus, I don't think it was bad as last week. Last week, I think, was... Or what was it last week? Yeah, last week was horrid. It was just ginormously large for that. A bunch of graphic novels came out this week. So get down when you're at your local shop. Check out for those that came in. I know the Star Wars Journey to the Force Awakens Shattered Empire came out in an oversized deluxe hardcover, but it's tiny and very, very thin. So I don't think I'm going to pick that one up. I can't remember if I have the soft cover of it or not, but I enjoyed the stories in it. But the ones I did snatch up were Harley Quinn Volume 5, The Joker's Last Laugh, and this I think has the Loot Crate special, Be Careful What You Wish For, in it. So, yep, so if you're looking to read that, I think it's in there. Next up is the last deluxe edition, Book 5 for Scalped. So I'll get to finish my nice little collection of Scalped back here. So that came out today as well. Scalped is awesome, but that also means I can get rid of my trades. And finally, we have The Walking Dead Volume 26, Call to Arms, comes out. So I'm really stoked to get in and read that, because that's how I read Walking Dead comics, is in trade format. So, yeah, I think there was a ton more, but I can't remember off the top of my head any of them right now. But, yeah, you should definitely check out the trades this week. So that leaves the read list. Oh, no, wait. Oh, not yet. We have one more item. Oh, way over here. So another statue came in. I'm a sucker for statues, especially sucker for Harley Quinn statues. The black and white Harley Quinn Lee Bermejo. I don't know how to say that. I don't know if I'm butchering it. Came in. These are smaller statues, so I'm curious to see. So I'm going to do a little unboxing, pun intended, a little unboxing video of this as soon as I can, so you guys can check it out. But this hit stores today as well. Alright, now we can get to the read list. First up, we have a Rebirth title that dropped to the read list, and that's Batgirl and the Birds of Prey. Excuse me, you can take a drink, you can take a shot now. Number 2, overall, I have not been totally into the whole Batgirl and Birds of Prey stuff, so it's dropped down to the read list. Next up, we have The Black Monday Murders number 2. Issue 1 was really interesting. For $5, it is a thick-ass comic, but Hickman did a really good job catching my interest with issue 1, so I'm going to check out issue 2. Next up is Civil War II Ulysses number 2. This is the physical copy of the Infinite line of books, so I'm going to see where that goes. Excuse me. Karnak training Ulysses or something. I don't know. Seems pretty intense. And then another Rebirth title that dropped to my read list, that is the new Superman. I'm sorry, Gene Yang, but it's okay, but it's not something that I desperately need. The other shop I work at, Elusive Comics, is going to actually have Gene Yang for a signing on the 14th, which is, if you're watching this late at night, on the 13th, it's tomorrow, but if you're watching on the 14th, it's today. So if you live in the Bay Area and you're local, check out Elusive Comics on Facebook or on their website, or you can Google them or whatever, and they're having a Gene Yang signing. So if you want to come down and meet Gene Yang, come on down. I might swing by to meet the guy. Who knows? And finally, on the read list is Old Man Logan number 11. Jeff Lemire has been doing an amazing job on Old Man Logan, and it is just fantastic. You need to be reading Old Man Logan. Yeah, I know I said you need to be reading a Marvel title. So, yep. So that's it for the pull list. Lots of stuff. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments down below. Love seeing those all the time. You can follow me on Twitter. My handle is @BrockSager. You can also help me and my fellow conspirators who podcast on Comics Conspiracy podcast through Patreon at www.comicsconspiracy.com. No, www.patreon.com patreon.com/comic-conspiracy. As for as little as $1 a month, you help us with hosting and getting food and all that wonderful stuff. And thank you to all our Patreon backers. I was not able to be on this week's episode. I think it's episode 277, due to I have court tomorrow morning, and we have the hearing at 9 o'clock sharp. So I'm going down to I'm getting all this stuff done and getting all my paperwork ready to go to court tomorrow in the morning. Crossing my fingers that everything goes well. It's a difficult thing to go through. My children have been very, very good, and they miss their mother, but they understand that she is sick and needs help, and I hope she gets the help she needs. But yeah, right now I need to focus on making sure that my kids are safe and they have a positive space to live in, free from drugs and negativity. So send good vibes. If you are watching this at night, please send tons of good vibes if you're watching this during the day. Hopefully things turned out for the best. So yeah, but I will update you guys next week as to the progress or what went down. So yeah, hard stuff to deal with. Yeah. All right. Don't want to leave on a downer note. What do we want to talk about? Oh, yeah. There's something I'm going to do, and it's a giveaway thing, and I will get on that. Just been a little chaotic, a little busy. So please bear with me, but I'm going to get there. Okay. Yeah. So I think that is about it. Thank you so much again for watching, and I will see you next week.